Well, hello and welcome. We are here on a little bit of a cycle ride from the Sutton-on-Sea Caravan Club, or Caravan and Motorhome Club as it's called nowadays, campsite to Mablethorpe. And I'm on the Brompton G Line. I'm just trying to work out which hand is best for holding the camera, because I haven't got my any kind of setup with me. I'm on holiday in the caravan at the campsite. I haven't brought with me any GoPros as such, so I'm using a DJI Pocket 3 with a gimbal to give that sort of nice kind of hopefully sound through the additional microphone that I've got, and vision should be fairly smooth, hopefully, through the gimbal. So yes, it's just a bit of a cycling trip, and it's a really hot day, and the clouds are sort of like wispy, sort of stratus clouds covering a lot of the blue sky today. So it's kind of, if you maybe call it hazy, but it is still 17 degrees, very little in the way of breeze. Now I usually cycle just on the road because that's what you're supposed to do, but with this road it can get quite busy. So I am, especially if I'm cycling with one hand, I just want to make sure that all is well. So the Brompton G Line is doing incredibly well. It's folded up in the back of the car, sitting there ready to go as and when I need it. Ideal bike for coming on holiday with. But yeah, for some reason I seem to be getting bombarded by a variety of flies. I'm absolutely covered in flies. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but every part of me is absolutely covered in, I think, look like black fly or green fly or something. The hell they are. And now we're down on the kind of promenade running all the way down. Apparently, I believe this goes all the way down to Mablethorpe, which is quite handy if it does for a little cycle run. You can just about see the sea there after me just having a few minutes break to sweep off about 5,000 greenfly. Yeah, it's very handy to have something like a fold-up bicycle when you are either away in a motorhome or a caravan, because it enables it, particularly when the weather's nice like this. Now, of course, the G Line here, even though it's got bigger tyres, I'm going to have to just stop a minute and push it, because we've suddenly got into a whole host of sand, very deep sand, which is, I mean, it's way too deep to cycle in. One point there, the back wheel was just spinning around and I wasn't going anywhere. The electric scooter. He's certainly bombing on there at some pace, isn't he? I mean, I suppose I am when I'm going along, but it kind of looks more speedy when you're on one of those scooters standing up than it does on a bicycle. You could kind of hear it coming though, kind of harking back to when we had gas lamps, no doubt. That's the theory maybe behind it. They have that kind of look to them. It does make the little promenade here look nice. Sun is fully out now. Sky's still a bit hazy, but beautiful day. And the beach is over yonder. But on such a sunny day, there's nothing better really to do than either going for a walk or a cycle ride. It's definitely perfect weather for it. Hi there. Hi. It has got pretty good tyres on this Brompton, but even so, it's still potentially liable to slip out from under me, and I don't want to be climbing up off the deck, probably with a completely broken camera and hopefully no broken bones, if I can avoid it. And here the beach opens up a little bit. I can see out to sea a little bit more. No dunes in this area. More huts. And more sea. Someone coming up behind me here. I can hear some kind of motorised vehicle trundling along at the side of me. It's like the size of a golf cart or something. It's definitely got a little engine. And now I'm back on the country lanes, heading back to the Caravan. Yes, the green fly are definitely out in force today. Nice little pleasant country lane this. The only thing is when you're cycling, of course, that all of a sudden you get these huge vans and sometimes cars just absolutely bombing along here and coming up behind you, and you're like, one minute they're not there, the next minute they are, and you've got to just make sure they see you. But as we cycle along on the little Brompton G Line, it is doing a fantastic job. So far it has been faultless and comfortable because of the bigger tyres, the bigger wheels, and I've got the Brooks Flyer Special saddle on with the springs on the back, just giving that even a little bit more cushion. But for this kind of trip where you've gone away in camper van, motorhome, caravan, or even if you were maybe on something like a canal narrowboat or something like that, ideal for getting about, having a look around, and then being able to fold it up and go into a cafe or whatever, go somewhere for lunch. I mean, it's still got the benefit of that kind of Brompton fold, but at the same time it's a bit bigger, so you're not kind of like as bumpy on the surface as the 16-inch wheel one, which I think is a bike that I always, actually this bike is what I, from years of buying the 16-inch wheel Bromptons and even trying out the E version of the Brompton 16-inch wheel, which actually I had problems with. It was the Mark 1 version of it, which apparently now in the Mark 2 version has been improved around the battery connection or whatever. But even with all of those, depending on, or regardless of what tyres you put on it, they were all a bit bumpy on a lot of surfaces. And so with this one now, with the bigger wheels on it, the 20-inch, are they 20-inch wheels? I think they are 20-inch wheels. kind of forget now a little bit, but it makes all the difference. So I'm cycling along this road and I'm assuming I'm going in the right direction, but it could well be that I've missed a turning somewhere because I don't sort of recognise this area, so I best stop and just check the map.